Hi, hello, this is JilliBling. How are you today? Are you ready for a holiday card project? And saying holiday, pumpkin for Halloween, fall, that could be Thanksgiving or just fall, or wintry Christmas. And look at this adorable little pup. And I assume he's chasing snow, but you never know. He might be doing stars or leaves. My dog would eat stars and leaves if he could. Also, I have this set. It's called Well Defined, and the minute I saw it, I knew I loved it. Wasn't quite sure, but look at all the different holidays. Halloween, that could be Thanksgiving, Christmas, winter, and the little definitions are just adorable, very sweet. Then, of course, one of my favorites, A Wish for Everything. This comes with a die, and the dies for the words are really nice, like a big happy, and then you could have birthday underneath it, just in a stamped small font. But it also has the words happy and then wishes. So just about any holiday, this is really nice for it. Rectangle stitched dies, one of my favorites. We'll be using those for the words. Oh, here's a sample so far. And words. Isn't that cute? And I'll put pictures on my blog. My blog is JilliBling.com. It'll take me a few days to do it, but I will put pictures and close-ups of all the different little details of this card plus the one we're going to do today. Okay, and for ink, mostly Memento because we're going to be coloring with the blends. And then I have Sahara sand and a sponge, just if you want to do some sponging. See how this used to be white and I sponged around the edges? Oh, watch this opening. And then I sponged down here at the bottom. At first I had just the words done, but it's like, well, that just looks dirty. But since I did it here, it matches and it looks a little more planned. Isn't that cute how that folds up? And then the same with this one. This is in the left corner, the right corner. Any way you like to do it is fine. Oh, and look at that little dog. And I put just a hint of blue in the center of the snowflakes and a little bit accentuated the snow. Okay, I kind of want to do one going this direction because I guess they could stand up like this, but I'd like to do one that direction, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's get started. We'll need this. We'll need the dies. Okay, so this is to stamp. I've already done the Christmas and the leaves, so how about if we do the pumpkin? I'll put the pumpkin right on this paper. The pumpkin kid. I'm out of blocks, so I have to use my old paper pumpkin blocks. Pumpkin girl. Adorable. So I will color her in and cut her out with my snips. Let's see what else. So these papers, I'll have all the paper cut sizes on my blog too. So I think we just need to score the base paper, and that's going to be scored at 5.5. And any score tool you have will work just fine. And you know what? While I have this out, let me score this triangle piece. I'm going to score it at 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. Then flip it over, 1/4 inch. So this is scored, this side and then that side. And that's just because I wanted it wedged up into the corner. And then I'm going to cut this off at an angle. Otherwise it gets too bulky right there in the corner. And then confirm the score lines. And this is for the pocket that the top flap tucks into. You know, while I'm thinking of it, ooh, reindeers. I'll put this right on here. Liquid glue today, or for this one. Okay, so just let that dry just a little bit. And that looks too much like Christmas. I'm doing pumpkins, so I'll keep it this side. I know the leaves go up and down like that, but maybe I can make it look like, I don't know. I'm going to try to do this one sideways. And I know I'll stick this one on. Okay, this one goes on here. This one goes on the base paper. I'll fold that. I flipped it over just because looking at this edge here and this edge, I like how this one looks a little bit better. It doesn't really matter, but I just prefer that side. Okay, this I'm going to try to do to the side. Ooh, isn't that handsome? This is going to go in here. Pumpkin girl. So I'll have this tuck in here. And I need words, and I want to use the well-defined, and I want to use the Halloween. When tanky candy from strangers is good and dressing normally is strange. Love it. These are all really cute. So I want to stamp the word Halloween and then cut out just the word Halloween with this die. And you know, I've tried it. I know I do pick up a little bit of this here, but either I'm going to pretend like I don't see that or put stars on it or maybe leaves on it to try to cover it up a little bit. But I like how that looks right there. So, did I pull out paper for that? Halloween, Halloween. This is a little bit big. I don't need this big. Okay. So I will cut this out, doing my best, maybe even putting it so that there's more white up above. And keep in mind when you use this die, stitched, cut line, stitched. So the cut line is not right on the inside edge, it's in the center of this metal die. So here it is, and yes, a little bit of that is showing, but I'm going to try to cover it up somehow. Maybe you could go there. But you know what? I'm going to do the sponging on this one because that looks too much white on white on white. Oh, that might cover up some of it too. Sahara sand. That's just because that's the color of the designer paper. That kind of covers it a bit. You know what? I'm going to do heavy coverage. A little bit heavier on the outside edges. Okay. Or does that just look dirty? Probably should have figured this out first. You know, I'm going to put little stars on here as if little pumpkin girl is out at night trick-or-treating. So this one has stars on it. Okay, stars. So I'll color those in with, how about daffodil? Daffodil dark. Just a hint of color. I'll probably end up putting stars on the inside too. Okay. So I can stick this one on, but you know what, the girl, I cut her out, but see how there's a little shadow down here? So I'm going to stamp the girl on here because I cut out just the girl, not the shadow. I want the shadow to appear. Okay. You know, I might enhance the shadow a little bit with, how about slate dark? I'll do slate light and dark. I got ink. How do I get ink everywhere? That's crazy. On the top of my finger? Do you always get ink everywhere? Okay. So, inside is not done yet, but I'll attach this right in the middle. And when attaching this, if you want, go maybe a little bit closer to this edge because the pocket, here, let me show you on these. This one I did first. The pocket, you really have to bend this paper to get it into the pocket, and that's fine. That's great. So this one, I purposely moved it up a little bit higher so there wasn't as much paper flap to get into the pocket, and it works a little bit easier. You could see that this is not equal to that, but I think it still looks just fine. See how that works? It works a little bit easier. So, with that said, I'm going to put this a little bit closer to the card fold right here, and then there'll be less to get into the pocket. Okay, so this, so before you attach your colored liner paper, we're going to attach this bit, but I want to stamp on that first because trying to tuck this in will be a challenge. So if we have the girl, I want to do the Halloween well-defined words. So I do that in Memento. The whole words, not just the word Halloween, just because it's so cute. Okay. And maybe a few leaves. because they're really cute. Okay. And then I'll color those in. How about pumpkin? And because the paper layer is Cajun, I'll do Cajun. And then how about cherry? Oh, and I want to put some of those nighttime stars on here. So if I put them over here too much, it's going to be shown through on the front. Oh, but that will kind of match those stars. Yeah, I planned that. Guess the more I stamp, the more I'm going to have to color. Okay. So the stars were colored in Daffodil Dark, but you could do any color you like. You could even sponge the paper like a navy blue to make it look like nighttime. Okay, that's really cute. Okay, so now it is time to start assembling. So I'll put this white layer inside. Okay, so now this piece is going to go right onto here. So I'll put adhesive right in this corner. Then get this centered right in there, and then fold the little flaps underneath it, just like that. I didn't get that part and that part, but that's okay because I'm going to follow up with, I could do tear and tape or I could do liquid glue. Let me try. Liquid glue holds pretty well. And see how we cut off that one little corner? See how well that folds over? It's not very bulky, just to make sure it sticks there. Okay. Okay, and I'll just hold this down for just a little bit. And so this flap is going to tuck into here. And on these already done, maybe I could find a block. How about the glue? It's not very heavy. I put a dimensional down in the very bottom corner to have it kind of pop up a little bit so it's ready to receive the flap. So I'll do that again, and I'll get a mini. So I'm just going to get the mini on my scissors, the end of my snips. And probably should have done this before I attached it. Just push it way into the corner. And so now this is popped up just a little bit. You know, the little details. Look how cute that turned out. Little details are good. Okay, so now to finish off the front, it's kind of cute just like that. I don't know, should I even put the Halloween on here? I don't know. I think it might stay off. Okay, so my little girl is going to go on to the card front. I think I need mini dimensionals for the rest. So this project came from when Lori and Carolyn came. Just a few days prior, they went to Cathy Williams' Stampin' event, and they made 4 cards, and they're all really cute. I've already used one of the designs, and I asked Cathy, can I use your layout? And she's like, sure you can. So this is from Cathy. And let me make sure I have her. Here it is. So that's the one that she did, and it's inking it up with Cathy. And she's got great ideas on her blog. If you'd like to give her a visit, say hi. But I just turned this one into any holiday card. Do you think it needs the Halloween? I'm thinking it should stay off. Halloween. I think I'm going to leave it off for now. So there it is. And I will put all the paper cut sizes, all the products used on my blog, which is JilliBling.com. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up like button. Thank you. Have a great day.